Hey guys, thank you for being here, and I'm about to say some words that you don't understand and you don't know, and if you do, you need to share it with somebody that doesn't. Okay? We're going to talk about CBDCs, also known as digital dollars. I'm not going to say CBDC anymore. Central bank digital currency is what it stands for. But we're going to call them digital dollars. That's what's coming in the pipe, and we need to understand how this is going to affect us. And it is, because look, my goal for this, here's what I want to happen in the future. I want somebody, some young man, young woman, old woman, who, I don't care. I want somebody to come up to me and say, hey, Chris, because of you, I own rental properties. I'm sitting on a mountain of gold and silver, and I'm prepared, and I'm ready, and I have assets that pay me to own them. That would bring me so much joy, because I know you've got it in you. I know what's coming. You know what's coming. Everybody has this feeling of what's coming. But this central bank digital dollar, also known as digital dollars, I said I wasn't going to say it again, but I did, is part of it. That's part of it. You know, you can just say, well, I'm going to get into real estate, and that's all I'm going to do. And you're going to fail because real estate does this, and it does this. You know, we have these cycles, and you don't want to buy at the top of the cycle. You'll be a broke, poor person, and that's not where you want to be. I found real estate not early in my life. I would say, I don't know, a while back, 6, 7 years ago, maybe 5 years ago. I don't know, but I know how to do it, and I'm pumped. I want to go. I want to do real estate, but I can't right now. The numbers aren't working. So when the numbers don't work, you back out. You sell when things are expensive. You sell. You buy them back again when they're cheap, and this is part of it. So please pay attention and share this video with somebody, and like for me if you would. That would really mean a lot to me. I'm just going to do no editing. I'm just going to go for it because this is pretty nutty. The introduction to the central bank digital currency. Digital dollars, from now on they're digital dollars, if I don't screw it up again, could turn our money and banking system completely on its head. The Federal Reserve, which is not federal, it's not a reserve, it's just a hoax. It's the elite's money bag that they can print out of thin air. And many other central banks around the world once looked askance at digital currencies and cryptocurrencies. They looked at them, do you remember when they first started rolling out? It was like, oh, Bitcoin is for nefarious purposes, and they're just for money laundering. They really pushed it off. Well, in this video, you're going to find out why. Preferring to disparage them as tools for money laundering and criminal activity. But once the utility of the cryptocurrencies became apparent, and once it became clear to the cryptocurrencies and digital currencies were here to stay, they were like, oh man, you mean we can have a digital dollar that we can control and manipulate? Well, that doesn't sound too bad. They're getting on the bandwagon. Now, let's not confuse digital currencies with cryptocurrencies. Crypto is kind of secret. It's supposed to be for the people. Bitcoin is, that's the new money on the earth, according to the Bitcoin maxis. I think it'll all be owned by a certain few people one day when they gouge the price, and then there'll be a derivative of it, and we'll have some kind of crap like we have now. Perfect money ruled by imperfect people. But that's another video. So once it became clear cryptocurrencies and digital currencies were here to stay, the Fed was one of the last central banks to explore the issue of CBDC. I said it again. Digital dollars. They were the last one to explore the fact that they could have their own, their own digital currency. Like these other countries are ahead, like China's digital yuan. The Fed was undoubtedly spurred on by China's introduction of the digital yuan, an ambitious attempt to introduce digital dollars to the world's most populous country, which would be the digital yuan, I guess I should have said. Unless the Fed comes up with something quickly, it risks being left in the dust as some more countries around the world develop digital dollars. So that puts me immediately, when I read that, I think, okay, so they're going to do some kind of half-assed job on developing this digital dollar because they're getting left behind. What I think they're going to do is they're going to sub it out like they do everything else, because our government doesn't have enough brains. If brains were gas, it couldn't put enough gas in a pissant's motorcycle to ride around a grain of sand. They're about control and socialism and all this weird communist, the elite own everything and the peasants own nothing, and you'll rent it and you'll be happy about it. That's where they're at. So they don't really have the brains to do this. They only have enough brains to be evil. Digital dollars, at first glance, they're not just another method of digital payment. That's where a lot of people get screwed up, and I've already mentioned it, but I'm going to mention it again. Digital dollars and cryptocurrencies are two different things. And a lot of people say, well, what's the big deal? I've got a debit card now. Not the same thing. Get that out of your head right now and never think of it like that again. Digital currencies are programmable. Yes, the IRS will be able to debit your bank account. They'll be able to, you owe us, boop, that comes out of your retirement. What do you mean, for what? Well, your social credit score went down and there's a fine and you got to pay it through that. Anything you can imagine, they can take it whenever they want. You will no longer have a bank. I'll get into that in a minute. But this is just me talking because I understand this, but this keeps me going. Right now we have a bank. I go down to Citizens or Red River Bank, wherever, and I create a relationship with the banker, and the banker says, okay, I'll lend you money, and blah, 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 blah. Well, now you're going to be dealing with the Federal Bank Reserve through the digital dollar. Your community bank will be no more. I'm not trying to scare you or tell you some kind of fairy tale. This is exactly what's going to happen. This is what's in the cards. The bankers are pissed about it. It's fixing to cut them out completely. Central banks don't issue currency directly to consumers. They place orders for currency with the Fed, which in turn orders physical currency from the Bureau of Engraving and Printing. They're a middleman. Community banks are just a middleman to deal with the public. With a digital dollar, there is no physical currency and consequently no physical infrastructure to maintain digital dollars. Community banks. What's the need for a commercial bank? There's not one. There's no more commercial bank. Can you imagine that? You're dealing directly with the Federal Bank Reserve, directly with them. It's like, it reminds me of China. You've got this, and you've got the people. There's nobody in between. There's the elite that tell everybody what to do, and then there's the peasants. That's it. That's what it is. That's exactly what it is, actually. Why have a Bank of America or Wells Fargo account when you can just have your digital currency ready on demand at the central bank? That's the potential that exists with a digital dollar. And banks are pissed. They don't want anything to do with it. It's going to cut them out. They're not going to be the middleman anymore. Over 70% of business at commercial banks could disappear within the emergence of the digital dollar. No one knows exactly how a CBDC would be implemented. I've got an idea, though. I think it might be, hey, here's your new stimulus. It's $5,000. All you have to do is download this app. It's called, I don't know, Federal Bank Reserve wallet or something, some kind of wallet on your phone, and you'll get $5,000. Who wouldn't do that? Who wouldn't do that? And you're signed up. Oh, wow, this is so convenient. You mean I can get a loan? I can get a loan on my phone with my social credit score and my regular credit score combined. We don't know how it's going to work just yet, and that's it. There is no going to the bank. There's no providing a financial statement. They know everything about you. They know your eating habits because they're watching you, what you buy at your grocery store, because they've got digital dollars. They can see every transaction you make. They can see the bills you owe. They can see how much beer you drink. They can see how much tobacco you're buying. They can see everything you do. So how likely are you to pay the money back? They can see all that. So, I hope I'm getting through. I really do. I hope I'm getting through. Banks thus far have put up a stiff opposition to a digital dollar, and they do not seem to be backing down. They see a digital dollar as a potential threat to their operation. So they'll fight the digital dollar tooth and nail. I've mentioned this to my banker. Great guy. Knows nothing about digital dollars. It's like when I say, well, back then I was saying CBDC. I said, you know about the central bank digital currency? He's like, when you say that, you're like, oh, this guy's a fruitcake. All right, fruitcake alert. I'm tuned out. I'm not making this stuff up. This is coming. I'm early. I understand that. But if I can get you guys to be early, everybody does good. I want everybody to do good, because if I only do good, or just a few of us, then it's going to suck. So we all need to do good together. One of the supposed benefits of a digital dollar is greater financial inclusion, allowing the unbanked and the underbanked to have a better access to the financial system. Doesn't that give you just a feeling of joy to know everybody will be banked? Digital dollars are completely digital, and anyone with a computer or smartphone can access them. Since many of the unbanked and underbanked own smartphones, this opens up access to the financial system for them. One possible way to gain access to the digital dollar is to issue every person an account with a central bank. Just imagine every child receiving a unique bank account with a central bank at birth. Woo! You get your mark of the beast right at birth. It's essentially what this is going to be one day. You will not be able to buy or trade or sell without this, whatever you want to call it. The Bible calls it the mark. That's what I see it as. Akin to receiving a Social Security number. So you'll get your Social Security number maybe in the beginning, but you'll also get this mark of social credit score. I don't know. I don't know yet, but that's what it's looking like. It's a digital. You're going to have your number, and you're going to have your digital dollar with your number. That's the only way I can see it. Not only would this potentially increase access to the financial system, it would also allow the government to more easily make direct payments to individuals. Remember how people didn't receive the stimulus payments? Oh, I remember that. Some people that were dead received them, and some people that were millionaires received them, but some people didn't. They didn't have the correct banking information, or the file with the IRS was wrong, whatever the issue may be. This would cure that. Of course, the major downside to a CBDC is the government could exercise greater control over your finances. I've been covering that for a minute. Units of digital dollar could end up being trackable. Transactions from central bank accounts would be ripe for surveillance. A digital dollar will, it says could, or would, I say will, also likely replace physical cash, make it far more difficult for Americans to evade taxation. You know, that's what it's all about. That is the root of all evil. They want their money. And will be reported to the IRS to ensure you claim all of your income, even when you go to the garage sale and you buy something for 50 cents. Well, you'll pay with digital dollars, and you'll have to pay taxes on a garage sale transaction. This is coming. I know I'm early and I sound crazy, but just know it, and know this is part of it. And for all you people that think you've got timing, I see people all the time in the comments, oh, by 2024, this is going to happen. By 2023, this is going to happen. And by 20... We don't have timing. The Bible tells us that. We do not have time. We just know what we know. We know this resembles what it talks about, the mark. To me, and I'm just thinking through it, that's what I do the best. I think through things real logically. This seems like this is it to me. I don't know. It could be a smartphone in your skin. I don't know. I don't know. Who knows? You don't know. You don't know. You think you know. And, okay, I don't have my phone on me. I'm going to kick somebody off the channel. I'm tired of your negative comments. But just so you know, this channel is for like-minded people that want to talk about real things, that like a really healthy community all around them. That's what this is about. This is all part of it, and I want everybody to know. And what I really want right now is for you to have an awesome, awesome day. Later.